and welcome to the Travel Agent Interview. I am your host, Megan Chapa, and today I am privileged to have John Dennis on the program with us. Welcome, John.
Hi, how are you?
Good, John. I'm so glad to reconnect with you. We are college buddies.
That's right.
And I never thought that our paths would reconnect professionally, but they are because I talk vacations and you talk the need for vacations.
That's right. Right. Mental health.
That's right. Well, John, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and your counseling practice?
Sure. So I'm a co-owner for Parenting and Family Solutions, and I'm a licensed professional counselor. We have an office in the Harrisburg, Pennsylvania area, and the focus is providing outpatient therapy for kids, teens, families, couples. I've been doing this for going on 14 years now. So the specialty that I focus on is anxious kids and adults, and then helping couples that are struggling to connect, and then families that are dealing with different medical diagnoses like cancer, or medically fragile children, or things like that. So,
gosh, John, that's heavy stuff. I'm glad that there are counselors like you out there because I would just spend the day crying.
Definitely. I mean, sometimes, there's sessions and clients and families that I work with where, it kind of hits you sideways. And I always tell people I go for my own counseling. I have to have somewhere that I go with that stuff too. So it's a very fulfilling job. Oh.
Well, thank you. Thank you for being in that profession.
Thank you.
Well, let's, being that you work with some kind of heavy stuff, you and I had talked about the need for there to be an outlet and the importance of travel or vacationing in family health and mental health. Will you talk to us a little bit about your thoughts on that?
Sure. I mean, it's just such an important part of mental health. Obviously everybody has the day-to-day grind of, kids and job and bills and all those different things. And I mean, you have to get away at some point, some way. And, that's where, taking vacations is a pretty integral part of that. I do a lot of marriage and relationship counseling, and my wife and I do a lot in terms of helping couples. And one of the things that we talk about is a 6-month check-in. So just getting away every 6 months, trying to plan something either as a couple or a family. There's a lot of research on just the mental health benefits of, what goes into happiness and the brain chemistry involved in terms of, the increase in dopamine and the oxytocin and endorphins. And, in addition, just the literal, those peak experiences. I kind of think of, Nobody is going to remember a staycation. You're going to remember those major holidays and vacations that you went on as a couple or as a family. So, yeah.
When you say staycation versus vacation, what is it that you're trying to get people to do? Do you want them to get proximity away from their home or away from their routine, or is it just something that's a completely new experience? What are we trying to get people to do to benefit their mental health?
Sure. I guess I would say yes.
Okay.
In that, definitely getting the proximity, like getting outside of your normal routine, getting outside of your normal radius of travel, I would say. I mean, I think there is definitely something to be said for those tried and true vacation places. Like I know families, and I know my own family, we go on a typical regular vacation to a certain area. For us, it's been Virginia Beach. I know other families that they've gone, to Colorado or they've done, dude ranch experiences or things like that. But just getting away from your daily grind, getting away from the laundry and the bills and all those other things, and really disconnecting, that unplugging, like not being on your cell phone for, emails and work and phone calls and things like that, really just being present in the moment, kind of, pull from that mindfulness language that we love to use in mental health so much. But yeah, being present in the moment, with that vacation, with the people that you're with.
So let me translate into my world. You want to get away from things that are trigger points of tension for a little moment, so you can just focus on being with the people that you're with and the qualities of them that you love in the surroundings, in the new environment, in the new activities, that the objects and the stuff and the stress doesn't trigger the things that are associated with the stuff rather than the people.
Definitely. Yep. Yeah, you said it beautifully.
Oh, thanks.
You should be doing this.
I do. I send them on those trips.
Well, I mean, you should be doing the mental health.
Honestly, you know what? There is some of that involved. I don't want to give myself credit or anything,
Sure.
But when you do these large family group trips that I really do love doing, or planning, you have to hear about the whole family's going, but there's the one brother-in-law that's like, I know everybody wants to be near each other, but can you please just put us on the other end of the ship? Or
yes.
Aunt Myrtle, she's just stressed out because she doesn't know what she's going to do with her cats, or something like that. But so there's a little bit of, I want to say, public relations or, something like that involved. But anyway.
Yeah, it's definitely, there are those family dynamics that you have to pay attention to, and that's kind of some of the stuff in the concerns with going on vacation that a lot of people have that I usually speak to. But yeah.
So have you done something along the lines of a cruise or an all-inclusive resort, in the sense that there are opportunities for both people to have parents to have date time and also family time? So I really do brag on beaches and sandals a lot, and specifically beaches for family, because of the way it's set up. You can have family time, but there's also great opportunities for date time, and cruises offer that sort of thing too, because you have night entertainment, or you can do the chef's table tasting, or essentially you can have a date, the kids can go to play area, and then you can have meals together. And Disney cruises are amazing for this type of thing too. So can you tell me about, your thoughts on the cruise, all-inclusive, date time, parent time, family time experience?
Sure. Yeah. Definitely the cruises and, beaches, sandals, provides a lot of opportunity for that. And that's one of the major benefits, is you can have that time together as a family, but then you can also have that time for the parents to get away and, get a massage or go do something for themselves while, the kids go on, different excursions, or they can have, with the Disney cruises and things like that, they can have breakfast or meals with their favorite characters. So there's a lot to be said for that. And definitely for those of us that have kids, that time alone as a couple is priceless, and it's very rare a lot of times, sadly, and that's one of the focuses. So.
Now, what do you think about? Now, my husband and I did a long stint with military life, and and during those times, it was always, if we had a vacation, it was going to see his family or my family. Do you qualify that as a vacation?
That's a loaded question.
Keep in mind, my brother-in-law is listening.
Yes. In that case, yes.
Fail, John, fail.
Yeah, I mean, it really depends on the person and the couple, and that's something that we talk about in those 6-month check-ins and the communication piece to the relationship counseling that we do is, that's for each couple to determine. You talk about the 5 love languages, and I'm trained in Gottman relationship counseling, and so having that time to really hash out, well, what is quality time, and is it really stress relieving to go visit the in-laws? Or is it, no, we're going on our own, we're going here, and navigating, like you said, the different relationships when you're planning trips on the counseling and mental health end of things is, being able to have some of those conversations with family and explain, look, we love you all, but we really need this vacation, this time for ourselves.
And I have to say that both of our families are wonderful, and when we visit them, they really are, as far as in-laws, and I know that my father-in-law probably won't hear this, but my mother-in-law will, and it's because she's dedicated. She listens to everyone, and she gives me feedback, so thank you, Mom. But they're wonderful as far as, okay, we're going to take the kids, you guys go ahead and go out. And that's great, but at the same time, for us, we've said, we really do we love our family, but we really do want to go on like a vacation where someone brings us a fruity drink with an umbrella in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
seeing, the Aurora Borealis or,
Sure.
just those peak experiences, we just came off of Thanksgiving where, that family time is important, but so are those peak experiences and those new experiences.
Sure. And it could be camping. It doesn't have to cost a lot. It could be camping.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's one of the things of, vacation versus staycation is, you think back to some of your childhood memories and some of the vacations that you went on. I know for me, some of that was, camping and doing, low budget things relatively, but they were still very, very meaningful in my childhood and my memories.
Me too. We were campers, and some of my most vivid memories are camping, Lake Placid, New York, my brother filling my sister's bathing suit with frogs, and everyone thinking that she surely lost a limb, and it was just that she had these jumping, riveting little things all tucked inside her bathing suit.
Nice.
And I will remember that forever.
There you go. I'm sure she will too.
Oh yeah, she does. So let's talk about, when is it time to take a vacation? What are some things that you might be looking at in your relationship, in your family's relationship, to say, okay, it's time to plan?
Sure. And so with the relationship counseling that we do, we're really, especially at the beginning, I would say first 5 years of a relationship, we're looking at like every 6 months trying to get away. So even if it's just for a weekend, but something to get away and get out of that routine and sort of recharge, reconnect. And there's a whole process that we talk about with the 6-month check-in of what you're looking to do during that. And then as you get going along, that, you can stretch that out to a year, but that also fluctuates. If you're having major life stressors, I think of, a lot of accountants, like tax accountants, after the tax season is done, they'll take their family on a major vacation because it's just such a stressful time of year. And then obviously there are the positives when somebody gets a major promotion or a pay increase or something like that, and they'll want to celebrate. So.
Yeah, I have a lot of folks like right now. So September, October tend to be really busy booking seasons for travel agents. And people plan a whole year out, and some people even plan 18 months out. But typically, that's where you lose. Just hotels aren't releasing their information that early. And definitely flights aren't available yet. But anywho, it's for a lot of my clients. It's like, this year is going to be like a crap-tastrophe. There's so much going on, and I need this out there to look forward to. And
I'm going to use that word. I like that.
Hashtag crap-tastrophe. Calling it on the travel interview.
Yes.
You're welcome. But they want that thing out there in the future. Like, this is my goal, or like,